I welcome you all to today's tutorial. It's all about this beautiful kaftan gown with shrub v neckline. Remember the trouser we made the other day? This is the top for it, or the gown for it, whatever you call it. It's a kaftan. It has a slit by the side and a v scrub neckline. So if this is what you would like to learn, please hang on. Well, let's dive right into the tutorial. I promise you that you get value for watching. Okay, this is our material. I folded it into four. I'm marking my shoulder measurement. Mark your shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. Then 8 inches is 16 inches divided by 2, sorry. Then you get 8 inches. Then you, for the shoulder slope, you go down by 1 inch. After going down by 1 inch, mark it. Then from that shoulder slope, you go down by 8 inches for the armhole depth. Remember how I get this is through the shoulder measurement. The same thing I use for shoulder is what I use for the armhole. Then you mark the same 8 inches there to get a straight line. Okay, then after doing this, we are going to have our armpit curve. To get before we get our armpit curve, we're going to divide the bust measurement. The person's bust measurement is 44. Then you are going to divide 44 into 2, which will give you 22. 22 divided into 2 again will give you 11. Sorry. Then you mark 11 inches. After marking 11 inches, you add extra inches for ease and sewing allowance. I went ahead to add 2.5 inches, so it will be very free, it will not be tight. Okay, I added 2.5 inches for ease. Okay, then after that, we are going to get our armhole curve. You diagonally place your tape and measure 1 inch, 1 inch diagonally and mark. Then from there you curve it. That's how to get the armhole curve. Okay, sorry about that. Please watch the video carefully, you understand what I'm doing. In case you're not understanding what I'm saying, sorry about that. And my chalk is not visible, but if you follow the video, you will understand what I'm marking. Okay, now we are going to mark the armhole effect for the front. You go in by half of an inch after you might have gotten the midpoint of the armhole depth. Then you mark the midpoint, then you go in by half of an inch and slant it and enter the same curve. That one is for the front armhole, effect. Then let's mark for the neckline. I'm marking 3.5 inches for the width of the neckline. 3.5 inches for the width of the neckline. So after this, you go down by 1 inch. But remember, I'm still coming back to this because after this 1 inch, I later went down by 1.5 inch because it's going to have a placket, and that placket is going to be high on the neck. So I went down by 1 inch. After that, you draw the shoulder slope to the neckline. But before we do that, okay, let me draw it first. You draw the shoulder, the slope, you draw it to the neckline. Okay, so after that, you mark. Sorry about that. After that, I'm going to make a mark on where the slit is going to end. Here is me marking 25, but I later used 20 inches for it. I'll still show you. I marked 25. Then what you have here, the same measurement, you carry it down to that place you marked the 25 inches. That is where the slit is going to start, remember. So you mark everything down. Mark the same thing you marked, the same thing on the bust, on the waist, on the hip, and everything straight down. It's just going to be, it's a kaftan. It's not other figure hugging gown. It's a free gown. Okay, that is why I'm marking the same thing on all the way down, from the bust to the way down. Okay, now before I cut it out, I want to go down because of that scrub neck, the placket, I'm going, instead of 1 inch for the back, I want to go down by 1.5 inch for the back. Okay, I've gone down by 1.5 inch, which is what I'm connecting. Okay, after that we're going to cut it out. Okay, let's cut it out. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, please welcome back. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for helping your girl grow. Thank you, I appreciate you all. Okay, cutting it. I'm gonna head to cut everything out. Okay, what we're going to do is to separate the back from the front, but before that you have to unpin all the pins around it. Unpin, then we separate the back from the front so that we work on the front. Remember, the V scrub line neckline is situated at the front. Then remember the armhole effect, we are going to work on it after this separation. This is me separating the back from the front. Okay, I'm gonna head to do the separation, arrange my gown very well. Okay, so let's cut the armhole effect that we marked initially. Remember, we marked it before. I'm going to trim it out, just a little stuff. You mark it and trim it out. Okay, after that we are going to work on the neckline. Very important. Sorry. Okay, please make sure that your neckline aligns, the shoulder aligns very well, so that it will be centralized, so that you don't go and do mistake. Remember, this is a chiffon fabric. Okay, then while taking note of the V scrub line, remember to minus that 1.5 inch we have cut already. Remember to remove it. Very, very important. Then after removing it, you mark 9 inches. That is me marking 9 inches. After marking it, you're going to go in by 1/2 inch, because when you open it, you're going to have 1 inch there. So if you go in with 1 inch, it's going to be too wide. It's going to give you 2 inch. No, the goal is to get 1 inch, so we are going in by 1/2 inch, so that when you open it, it will be 1 inch. Okay, after that, use your ruler and connect the line. Connect from the neckline to that 1/2 inch. Okay, please watch carefully, you understand what I'm doing. Very, very important. Okay, this is me marking it, marking the 1/2 inch. Okay, look at how I'm going to cut it from here, then straight up. Okay, let me bring my scissors, cut it so that you see and you understand. Okay, then you cut it from the neckline. Make sure you're carefully cutting it, don't do mistake. Carefully follow the lines and cut it out, and you're good to go. Okay, so after cutting it out, this is it. Let me open it up and show you how it looks. This is the front part. This is the front part of the V neckline. So we're going to bring the back, place it on top of the front, and join the shoulders before we work on the V neckline. Okay, I've gone ahead to join the shoulders with 1/2 inch. After that, you open it up. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let me show you. You place it together like so and join the shoulders. Join the shoulders, then I'll go and join the shoulders, then I'll come back and show you how it looks, then work on the neckline, because without joining the shoulder, it will be difficult to work on the neckline, because you're going to measure round the neck from the back neckline down to the front neckline. Okay, so after this, let me do it, come back and show you how you're going to go about it. Please, if you don't understand, watch the video carefully, you will understand what I'm doing. I've gone ahead to join the shoulder. Now this is the neckline. You bring your tape rule and you measure round this neckline from one end to the other, and be careful, whatever you get, make sure you add extra inches to it. That extra inches is to be on a safe side. You can add more than, even you can add 5 inches, you can add 4, you can add 3, to be on a safe side, because it's better for you to have excess that you can trim off than for you to have shortage. So that is what I'm saying. Very, very important. I think I got 28 and I made it 30. So this is it. Okay, I've gone ahead to cut what I'm going to use for the placket. The length is 30 inches and the width is 5 inches. Length 30 inches, width 5 inches. This is very, very important. Take notes. Then you fold it together and run a straight stitch on it. Let me run it, come back and show you how you're going to attach it to the neckline. Okay, then remember to notch the middle point, because you're going to match the midpoint of that placket to the midpoint of the back neckline. Look at me matching it. Then you pin down. Make sure you pin all around the neck. Watch carefully, you will understand. You pin, hold up and pin, hold it up and pin. Make sure you pin it carefully to get to the tip. Okay, after pinning it, you're going to sew it with 1/4 inch round. After pinning, you're going to sew with 1/4 inch round. But before that, you're going to go up, stop half inch before the edge. Before that edge, that place I'm marking is just half inch before the edge. That is where your stitching is going to stop. So that once it stops there, you can make a small diagonal notch around the two sides so that the placket will relax very well. So let me sew it, come back and show you what I mean. I've gone ahead to stitch it down. This is how it's looking right now. Then you bring your scissors, that place that you stopped, you diagonally cut, make a notch, not on the placket but on the material. Make a knot, half inch diagonally, the two sides, not the two both sides, sorry about that. Make a notch on the both sides. Okay, after making the notch, I'll show you how to push it in. Then it will help the placket to relax. Then you push this side in and the other side inside. After pushing it in, see our placket is coming together. After that, you turn to the back, then you arrange it properly there. Arrange it, watch carefully, you see how I'm arranging it. It's very, very important and necessary. Okay, then you arrange it. You can hold it down with your pin so that it will not move while stitching it, because you know that chiffon fabric tends to move a lot. Okay, you hold it down with your pin. After holding it down with your pin, you open it up and check and see if what you have is really smooth and beautiful. If you like the smoothness, then you flip it over to the wrong side, go to your sewing machine and stitch it down. I'll show you how to do it. Okay, since it's looking okay, carry it to your sewing machine and run a stitch on top of it like this. Run a stitch there, then you're good to go. Okay, I'm gonna head to run a stitch there. Look at it. Then you can cut out the excess if you want. you can cut it out. Okay, this is our V-scrub neckline, very important. Okay, after this I've gone ahead to cut the sleeves of my kaftan already. I've cut it off cam. Okay, and what you do is to open up your sleeve and join it shoulder to the midpoint. After hemming the down part, you join your sleeves, and then you join the left and right. Then let me do it, come back and show you. I've gone ahead to join the sleeve after hemming the down part of the sleeve. Then you turn it to the wrong side, pin all the way down and stitch the sides, stopping at that 25 inches mark that we made for the slit. But remember, I later adjusted the opening. I adjusted it later to 20 inches because I noticed that 25 inches was too long. It is me arranging the cloth so I can stitch it down this side and this side and stop. I've gone ahead to stitch all down, leaving that opening, but I noticed that that place is too down. The 25 inch is too down, so I had to make use of my seam ripper and rip the seam and stop, go up by 5 inches, that is 20 inches. I went up by 5 inches, so that is 20 inches that I'm marking now. So I'm going to use my seam ripper and rip it open, rip the seam open, loosen it so that I can stitch it on that 20 inches mark that I just made now. Okay, so after doing it, I'll come back and show you how it's looking. Okay, this is me making use of my seam ripper. I've done that. Look at it, look at it. Our gown is coming together so beautifully well. What you have to do after this is to take it to your weaving machine, weave it around before you fold the place that you left open, and fold top stitch on the neckline. I don't have weaving machine. I'll have to take it to where I normally do my weaving. Okay, after taking it to that place, and when it returns, you have to hem the hemline, fold the 1 inch in, then run a stitch, top stitch round the neckline, then you're good to go. Okay, this is very, very beautiful. Let's do it and come back and show you. Okay, I've gone ahead to weave it. Look at it, I've weaved the mouth, so I will have to go and hem it. Now the neckline, you push the seam to the side and run a stitch on top of it. Okay, please watch carefully. You understand what I'm doing, you understand. Then the side, you have to fold the 1 inch you used to stitch it down, fold it in and top stitch on it, then hem the hemline, and there our gown is good to go, looking so very beautiful. Wait till you see it on my mannequin, you know that it's very beautiful. Our kaftan is beautiful. Don't mind the material that I use, but it's beautiful and it's giving. Okay, look at it, look at the sleeves, very beautiful. I had to run 2 stitches, 2 seam line on it. Look at the neckline, very beautiful. Look at the slit, very beautiful. The slit, see the trousers we made the other time is inside. Okay, look at the kaftan, very beautiful. You can still stitch this down and wear it as a gown. You can still leave it like this and wear it with your trousers or your leggings, whichever way it can go. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you all.